are really facing a lot. You can even testify some. Even stepping on the pallet is something very dangerous. Sometimes when the rain falls and it covers the pallet, it's become very slippery. When you step on it, you might fall down. And sometimes you have to pass through the water before we get to the school, which is very bad because somebody like me, I've never passed through through a water before, but because of this challenge, we have to pass through the water and then go to our school.
This is Gabriel Niobodai Atopra Atunam Tobo Ashon, and coming your way with yet another edition of Community Watch here on Metro TV. Today, I'm coming your way from the Nsawam municipality, and the community we are now is called Mmofrafadwen. Behind me, you could see several pupils. Their teachers are here with them, as well as residents of the area. We as well have the assembly member of the area. It's about access to education. It's a major challenge each day for these pupils you see, who could just be like your daughter, who could be like your son. They have to each time contend with a broken bridge, a bridge which terrifies them each morning they wake up for school because there is a stream passing through, but because the bridge isn't completed, then sometimes I'm told they are even cut off completely, such that they are unable to have access to the only school in the area. Today we are going to engage the pupils, the teachers, as well as the authorities in charge to see how best we can find a lasting solution to this challenge. Already the clouds have gathered, and I bet you these pupils you see are terrified. Hello. Hello. How are you? I'm also fine. So expect. Oh, so they had even something else to say. Expect this each time you enter into a classroom in Ghana. But let me start with our dearie here. She invited a team to have a look at the situation. Welcome. We've come all the way from Accra to Nsawam, Edwardri, Mmofrafadwen. It's interesting, Mmofrafadwen. What does it mean? Let's start with that.
It means let the children come together and decide.
And we are here to make a decision.
Yes, please.
The kids.
Yes.
Interesting name on an interesting subject. So I have let viewers know what the challenge is, but you are here with them. You are here with the challenge. You'll be able to paint a clearer picture. Share with viewers and also the authorities what the situation really is.
So our major challenges in this area has to do with the bridge. You can see that we have two parts, the outskirts and also just beyond the river. And because of this river, that part of the township is not developing. This is because there's no access to, there's no vehicle, there's no road that leads to the community. And it's become a very big challenge. Also, we have one school in the community, the only school in the community. And because the bridge is broken, children are not able to go to school. There's a population of about 80, 90 students in the school, children in the school. But when it rains, only about 20 or 10 show up, which is very disturbing. Mothers are scared, children are scared to cross this bridge. And it's been a struggle. Today we are very terrified because it's about to rain. It's rained already. It will rain again. And we are in the raining season. So the situation will be getting worse. And we are very, very concerned. We are very, very worried.
Let me get to the pupils. Let's hear from them. I'm sure they would have a lot to share with us. But because I'm tall, taller than they are. Let me go down to their level. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. You're Jude, right? Great. So, how do you feel when you have to use this bridge every day?
I feel so scared.
You feel scared?
Yes. Because last time me and my sister was crossing the bridge and my sister fell into the water, so I feel so sad.
Your sister fell into the stream,
Yes.
and as a result, you became very scared.
Yes.
Okay. So, you have the big men and the big women to manage everything watching you. Tell them something. What do you want them to do for you about the bridge?
I want them to come and correct the bridge for us because the bridge is so terrible.
Great. He says that, you says that, I want you, the municipal chief executive, I want you, member of parliament for the area, I want you, the leaders in charge, to come and correct the bridge. That's the term he used, to come and correct the bridge because it is terrible. So if this child knows a bridge which is terrible, we know that our authorities care for these little kids. They care for the community and they really would want to ensure their best interest. And as a result, they are going to step in, at least for the sake of these children, so they come and then have this bridge addressed. Let me get to the second gentleman here. Who knows? We are seeing a future lawyer, a future journalist, a future president for that matter. Hello, Mr. President.
I feel so scared when crossing the bridge. One of the last time, me and my friend was crossing the bridge. He fell into the stream. I felt so sad.
You felt sad about it because your friend fell. So some of these things happen often.
Yes.
Okay. What else do you remember about having to use this bridge?
One of the last time, the rain was coming and it covered the bridge up.
So there is a recollection here. The fact that at some point in the past, it rained and the water covered the entire bridge. So what did you do when the water had covered your bridge? What happened? Were you able to go to school?
No.
No. So the message is clear. They want the bridge fixed for them. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So let me finish up with the head teacher. We've heard from your pupils. I saw you earlier having to even carry one, and quite a scary situation.
Yes, please. Because I have to hold the bridge, step on it one after the other, and then make sure I don't fall with a kid so that I don't get hurt. And more often, we are in the rainy season, and it's rain and it will rain, and we are still in the rainy season. So I'm pleading to the government and to the MPs and assemblies to come and construct the bridge for us. When it rains, the children don't come. We have a population about 80 to 90, but when it rains, you could see each class like 5, 2, 3 in a class. The whole school maybe 10, 15, and it's really appalling. These kids need more education so that they can they can become a good leader in future. But because it rains and they are afraid of the bridge to come to school, we pray that you guys will help us. And I want you out there to help us to construct this bridge for us so we can go to school, educate these children so that they become a great leaders in future. Thank you.
Thank you too. And even as we speak, it's just about raining. So in order to ensure that these children do not get wet, we are pausing the broadcast for now so they take cover, after which we shall resume with the broadcast. So we finish up with the assemblyman and also the residents. You are still on Community Watch here on Metro TV with me, Gabriel. Neobodaya Topra Atunam Togwa Shonkwalsonu. Continue watching. Let's now get to the parents. seek their views, but as well to know how they could be partners for development, how they are also helping to address the situation. The bridge is right there. How do we ensure that it is completed for the benefit of the residents, including the pupils and the teachers? Bridge, wohunu saying, edian kwanso na hamu power.
Isu to say ya ukọ baby aju san wachi na ukoda baby adichi ansa na watumi aba. Awoka ye kura na before no bi kwakọ peka abodi aba no wa watu kwanso. Boy bridge kura ma imanu kro ntumi go school. Nto ohun ye mobo no moa ye na ehia ne moa. Na ejini di so betumi aboa ye.
So she's highlighted a few things. First being the fact that when residents step out across the stream and it rains, they are unable to get back home. Sometimes they are even compelled to sleep elsewhere and wait till day breaks, or they wait till the rain ends before going. And whenever it rains like that, the stream, then the volume of the water expands, and as a result they are usually unable to cross, so they have to wait till the next day. And she also mentioned that when a woman is in labor and has to be delivered of her baby, it becomes a challenge because cars are unable to have access to their part of the community, and also the fact that some of them are not then encouraged to enroll their children in the only basic school within the community because they are concerned that their kids may be drowned. That's a child right here, not wearing a school uniform. She's of school-going age. That's another, also of school-going age. And today is a weekday. You see, there are other children, the other children of the community in uniform, but they are not. They really want to enroll their children in school, but because of the circumstance, they've put that on hold just to ensure that the interest of the pupils are guaranteed. Let me get to our woman here to also share her views. What year free wunyanu unchen? Ediana wunsu wo faka ho.
Adanu bi say me wo fia na me ba 6 years and oba fie. Si omo ye nipa 3. Nti omo nya ba fie na bi say na hwan na de mu twa nsuo na o se ye nkwa na me say oh. Adenti na mo nko amu twa nsuo nka wasa mo ba fie no mo bo madam amane say ye ba fie. Ye nya mwa bebre esa na say kwan ne sanko ma ya. Anka me yam de nhihye me de nwen ho sa.
Thank you very much. So they are stressing on the need to fix the road for them and as well fix the bridge, very important, and provide them with potable water. We have the men of the community. They threw the challenge to the women. I am now joining them. Oftentimes, we ask what the government is doing about the situation, but I want to engage them to know what they, as stakeholders, what they, as residents, are also doing about the problem. Akwaba. Yo, I want to know, we all want government to support, but in your own ways, ewa muamu kwa insunu, edie na muaye, na munsun, sa problem we, na muamu solve. Na se government bakra, na obe unse, munsun, mua starti bibi. Se mua ya bibi sa, mun katre, na abayin hunse, muapo, mua shasi ya bibi.
Metro TV ya damasi, senedi ya munsun mabayi impesu ya suwa. Na ya hadi ya wahao bibri, insuni ha. Lights eso saa it is that bridge asan be ka ho ama how no de ye da dwen wa yente ase na emom no area ha ye effort bebre be 5 years ni na ye bridge ya ohun kakra yi ohun ye an ye but enam say big project a community na nkasa ahoden susu nti awo ho saa wo hwa.
So you actually started the bridge. What we see in the shots now.
Yes, a community here and ye is be 5 years ni ye enu achi no Russia bridge in Tabo ayaya afe wo hwa yakoba bia kofa tik enua e de besi se yepese but enam say big project nti nso kese pa o nso kese to a ba bi egina nyina afa ha nti enye that means ye hia say nka aban anase mpanyufo e wo ha ebeboae yakọ this MC ho asemman abaha ni nyi omu nyina ba ombe nante ho a no masanko make so school ba ko pe ne wa ha school no so school papa nkola ne tebrofo enso enso ni nti bohu na nkrofo no obi a epesa odu ha na enso le yose boy me na me fa me ba mra ha na enso mfa no na no kra enso kola ba ko nyame nko a wo ho nti yen hawo na e wo ha ne de e kase pa nti sama ba ha de a mo na mo kasa e ko akiri nti mesere se Metro TV mo nka bi man na ne a ese fix no o me fix say word ho political word fix it ya pese o mo ba no mo be fix man se ne be ya nso be hu se ye wo ha ne ye to aba ya be to aba o hu se de sa o mo ha ye ne ye be se ye be bridge o ye be no mo ko enya to wi a na eno ano no nti yesre pa se mo nkasa mayen na ye wa ye bre pa
we de insurance sem ne de big problem e wo yen so wa ha de o ka se akora bi to no me ba no to mo me ko piem Nsawam government hospital am your receipt ni nyina ho se ya se mo pa metime yi a kire mo they very very bad say apart from school where say school in here ngwa na be about 3 to 4 months I said I go school different place nti na ade how ya wo for no say e bi mo ekwa adwuma bi mo so call farms ni de ka ka ho nti wa be du fie na oba ma du fie na nsu ato o ye ne den e na nsu ntimi crossing ka so te oba no e na oba no so gina so ne chi na wo so gina ne sei nti akwa bi ti say bi akwa ne boni bi na nti e hia stress aban na say akra bi a o bi ka crop so be support ye ne yesre no onhwe nyame enim no mo ayen.
You've heard from the last two persons saying that, look, we've done a lot about the situation. About 5 years ago, we taxed every resident to pay a token to then be able to put up the bridge. And indeed, we started a project. So the concrete bridge you see behind was what we started doing 5 years ago. But we ran out of resources. Then not too long after, we then decided to introduce the logs you see, hoping that it would help to connect us to the concrete bridge and then move over from a part of the community to the other. But that also stalled. But we had a third effort too, which had to do with the pallets you see and then the wood slabs. But even that has not also helped the situation, because each time it rains, then the water washes the wood slabs and the pallets away, cutting off a part of the community from the other. Then you had a second gentleman or resident saying that, look, the pupils had mentioned that some of their colleagues fell into the water. He mentioned that he had his child being one of them and had to then carry the child or take the child to hospital for treatment. This is the picture being painted for you graphically, for you to see the need to intervene as a matter of urgency, as a matter of necessity.
You want to say you should be kasi be toy. You want man yet say what's your akwala ba kwa boton so no. You ntumi nko ba bia e de meka na ye bo force wa na yi akwala no finso mu. Na na papa ne kwa ban hospital kwa ye no ho adwuma na akwala no ho to no. Then na say madam so aba beto school no so. Kwala ne ba o mu ntumi ba. Aje se obi begina chi na o de kwala ne twansuo na ko. Yan kasa so ye de ahode ne so mu aya ye bia sisi de ahoche na banje no ye ni ahode bia biem.
Thank you very much. We are now taking a walk. I want to take a walk with the assembly member. Also, a teacher will be joining us on this walk as we wrap up the conversation. I want to take you directly to where the pallets are. So the assembly member and also the teacher should join me. Oh, Lord. Well, I'm told it's not safe. Okay. So we can be here. But my cameraman is viewing us. Assembly member, are you watching?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. So this could somewhat be moved. My question is, Honorable, are you impressed with this structure within your area as Honorable member?
I'm not impressed. I'm Honorable Akwafre Jr. I'm not impressed. Truly speaking, as an assembly member, even when I walked on this pallet, I'm scared. How more our little brothers and sisters, the community or the residents in the community, they've tried their best. We are calling for a temporary structure because it's a road, and they will construct a bridge when they are constructing the road. This path or this place links the Adesu Road, Adreji to Asamankesi and Adesu Road, to that of Adreji to Kota Road. So I'll say this place is the road that links them. And
it's strategic.
Yeah, it's strategic. And looking at this area or this community in Mmofrafadwen, we have about getting to 500 buildings. It's a new site. getting to about 7 years or so. And this is the only school that we have in the community. From here to town, you are going to take more than an hour and some minutes. And and you say when you are going to buy fare, you are going to pay something more. So this is the only school we have, and our children using this bridge as a passage or as a way for their school is very dangerous. Today, let me tell you the truth. You saw something good. Last month it was west. These pallets were not there, so the residents needs to come and stand here in the morning. So one man will be here, will carry the student to the other man. And you see, this thing is very, very, very dangerous.
No, but I should be asking you when, because you are the government's representative here.
Yes.
So what have you done about the situation? What are you doing about it? Yeah. And we have the teacher here listening attentively to what you are saying, after which I'll bring her in. Okay. So what have you also done about the situation?
I tried my best to bring the presiding member, of which I would say he is the Speaker of Parliament when it comes to the municipal level. Thank God when we came, we met the chairman here, the community chairman. We came here. We went around. When he came, he too was a little bit down because of how the structure was. And he said that we should write something down and bring it. So in one of our meetings, this issue was raised. But it's a process. It's a process. They need to make sure they fix it in the budget. The budget has been prepared for this year. So we should wait so that to go on for the next budget. And our MC, Honorable Boabe, and our MP, Honorable Frank Anodon, they are listing authorities or listing persons because they find themselves in the listing government, which is the MPP government, of which I'm part. I know they will do it. I can see it on your face, how sad you are seeing this structure. Normally the media will show us, will show to X on telly and other things. People need money for surgery and other things. They are saving life. By year two, we will appeal to the citizens of our country that these people, it's not in terms of surgery, it's bridge. So they should help us so that we can save life as well.
You've heard from the assembly member appealing to you to step in, help them to fix it. Also mentioning that it's a process and that there are a number of other requests or other challenges that the government would have to address. And as such, it may be added to the budget. The key term I heard was it may. So much as he acknowledges that it's an urgent situation, begging for attention, it may. And as well calling on others to support. I am in support of others coming in, even if you don't stay within the community, to come in and then assist. But for government to also meet halfway in having it resolved. Now, let's head to the district assembly. I want us to meet up with the municipal chief executive, Isaac Boabeng. Come along.
If a community have started some initiative, what they have to do is to write to the assembly in the form of a request, so that based on that request, the assembly can use the part of community self-help project support to support them to complete the project. But now that it has come to my notice, what I will urge the community through the assembly member to do for me is that they will write a letter in a request form to come and assist them to complete such project.
So it's a project that the assembly could step in and help complete?
Definitely. The assembly is therefore here to support the communities in terms of their social amenities. When we say the assembly, the resources does not belong to the assembly. We, the assembly members and the chief executive, we are the representative. We are just taking care, I would say the caretakers for the community. So what we have to do is to whatever resources accumulated for the people must be utilized as such.
So when we were speaking to the assembly member, he kept saying that there are processes and procedural matters and all that. Sometimes this bureaucratic arrangement end up making completion of such projects to delay unduly. When will it be possible to finish this project? For instance, if it is written officially to your outfit, within which period?
Yeah, when the letter comes to my outfit, what I would do is to minute it to coordinating director. Through the coordinating director also will forward it to the works engineer. So the works engineer also will go to the site and go and do the estimate and bring a report to us. From there, then, if we have available fund, we can channel it to that.
Honorable, I find it interesting that you ended with if you have the available funds, even after going through all the stages, visiting site and writing and all that, then you end by saying if you have funds.
Yeah,
so it could be that this bridge will never get fixed.
It will get fixed. I use the conditional word if, because every year we budgeted for certain projects. So if you go contrary from the budgeted project or budgeted lines, you are leading to irregularities by the external auditors. So this is a community self-help project. The project is not initiated by the assembly, initiated by the community. So they have a budget allocation, which is a self-help project allocation for the communities. But the Infrano is not only community which they need self-help from the assembly. So I use the word if. Maybe we have used such allocation for the number of communities support. So if there's some there, then quickly we channel it to Infrano to fix their bridge for them. But if it is fund is not available, what we have to do is to review the budget. We are about to review budget. Every year we do a budget review. So that is why earlier on indicated that the assembly member quickly should write, as a matter of urgency, should write in the form of a request to the assembly, so that if the self-help support cannot fix it for them, we'll inculcate it in our review budget.
Okay. So I think Honorable has succinctly mentioned the way forward, and I trust that Rahel, who is here with us and representing the residents, will take that immediate step by putting their request on paper for the assembly to do the needful. So essentially, this conversation isn't ending here. And so we shall come in due time to follow up. And we understand that today, Wednesday, today as we speak, the MC is being rewarded for a work that residents and others believe that is laudable. So he's been rewarded or given an award. We are hopeful that if he's able to fix the bridge at Mmofrafadwen, we shall come again to highlight the solution found to the challenge, and as well thank him or appreciate his work, which as well could be a form of reward. So, Honorable, we are saying congratulations for the award you've just received today. We sure would be coming again when you've completed a bridge. Your last words, then we move.
Yeah, my last word is that I would thank you, Community Watch, and the people of Mmofrafadwen, that they have started such an initiative. It is good. Not all the community would have done that. If all the community is being doing that, then Ghana will move forward. So I urge every community that they can start something. Whenever they start something and they are lacking financial support, they are lacking financially, they should come to the assembly for their support. They have a share of quota here.
Isaac Boabing, the Honorable Municipal Chief Executive for Nsawam, Adwedri, and as for the presiding member, is here, and Rachel, the representative of the residents. We end today's edition of Community Watch here. If you have some concerns within your community or something positive is being done, invite the team over so we highlight it so that Ghanaians get to see the great things being done to uplift people, to improve the standard of living across our community so others are able to emulate for the betterment of our society. And as well, where the challenges are, so we can collectively, as leaders, as residents, just name them, or even as media persons, so we are able to find lasting solution. My name is Gabriel, Niobodaya Topra Atunam Togba Shonkwa Sonu. And I've done this with Richard Adote Alote and as well Prosper Wanyo. Special thanks to colleagues back in the studio. Bye-bye for now.